God, sing hallelujah. I am not alone. He's my
God has shown his mercies to us in many ways.
including letting us take a trip to Florida before this all started so we could see our grandkids.
He provided everything we needed to be comfortable in our apartment for 2 months now. And also, we've been able to maintain most of our ministries.
And the doctor stopped my anti-rejection medication, which means that I haven't had to go back and see the doctor during all this time.
What a crazy time these past few months have been. But in the midst of crazy and unknown that quarantine has brought, I have been able to see God's goodness because He has been my shepherd that we've talked about in Psalm 23 during this time. He has guided the days even when they felt long, and He always knows the truth I needed to hear when I was feeling anxious about COVID and how it was affecting loved ones and finances for people and everything. But I have seen Him guide my heart through prayer. I have seen Him guided when all of the needs felt overwhelming and just bringing me back to Him. So I'm grateful that He has been my good shepherd in this time.
I got sick at the beginning of lockdown and I haven't really recovered yet. And that has made this one of the more challenging times in my life. I think the clearest way God has shown His goodness to me was in reading the story of Joseph this week. Joseph had some really bad, really long-lasting trials, and the Bible's really clear that God was with him the whole time and that He meant it for good. I believe that God is trustworthy. I believe the Bible, but it's hard for me to believe that in my own life. And reading the story of Joseph at the same time as having a trial has driven it deeper into my heart that I believe that God is trustworthy, and that's His goodness to me.
God has shown His grace and mercy for us every day by continuing to keep us safe and healthy. And frankly, He's drawn our family a lot closer together because we're spending a lot more time together. And it's been nice to see everyone get along.
And we're really grateful for His timing in getting us here before this hit. Because if we were still in America, we'd both be unemployed. We'd have a lot of big expenses to handle, and I think our situation would be a lot different. Our health would be more in question. So we're really grateful for His timing and all of His blessings every morning.
We've seen God's mercy in a lot of ways in the last few weeks, but we're conscious of the fact that many people have lost their jobs or are struggling with their work, and we're very fortunate to have jobs, so we've seen mercy in that.
We also, I think I've seen God's goodness and His mercy just in the way that we've been able to kind of slow down and peel back our lives, and we've been forced to stop so many different things, and we've had so many little things that probably were stressing us out. We didn't even realize just the busyness of our lives. And now with being forced to stop, I think we can see the slower pace of life has just brought a lot of beauty, and we've been able to see Him in clearer ways.
As a competitive athlete, I've pushed my body to its limits by persevering in training. Kate's almost 7-week illness has been a greater challenge to me than any training. I've been the primary parent, shopper, cook, cleaner, etc. I'm tired. In my sin, I'm tempted towards bitterness and isolation. But God's grace is sufficient, and He has protected me from dwelling in that sin and has turned it into hope, joy, and peace. I can't do it with a pep rally Savior, though, but rather a Savior who allows me to enter into woe and weariness and comforts me there. Isaiah 40 and hymns like From the Depths of Woe, Dear Refuge of My Weary Soul, and O Love That Will Not Let Me Go have been of great comfort to me in these recent weeks. Christ's love will not let me go, and I can rest my weary soul in Him. Thanks be to God.
One more time.